One such initiative is the proposed development of a media village to support local media organizations. A memorandum of understanding (MOU) has already been signed with a developer to advance the project. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz has unveiled an ambitious slate of 2,130 development projects scheduled for 2025 and 2026, emphasizing a strong commitment to transparency, delivery, and public service. Speaking at a press conference at the President's office, he noted that these projects reflect a nationwide effort to fulfill electoral pledges and address key public needs. The initiatives span a wide range of sectors with sports development leading at 551 projects, followed by 153 in waste management, 141 in school construction, 136 in banking services, and 131 in healthcare.
The scope of the projects is extensive, with sports development leading the agenda at 551 initiatives, the most extensive single category. Waste management follows with 153 projects alongside major investments in healthcare, which will see 131 new developments, and school construction, accounting for 141 projects. Banking infrastructure stands at 136 initiatives, while council administration will be strengthened through 116 projects. Road expansion and maintenance represents another significant sector, with 112 planned improvements, and port development stands at 104 initiatives. Strengthening law enforcement remains a priority, with 95 projects aimed at enhancing police services. Efforts to improve water and sewerage infrastructure will span 86 separate undertakings. Investments in public spaces include 51 park projects and construction of 50 mosques. Coastal protection measures account for 46 planned initiatives. Housing remains central to the administration's agenda, with 37 projects earmarked for development. Plans also include 42 land reclamation efforts and 33 projects dedicated to identity document and passport services. The government is also investing in fisheries, with 30 initiatives directed at supporting the sector. Airport expansion will unfold through 27 projects, while higher education infrastructure is set to grow with 23 developments. Tourism, a cornerstone of the country's economy, will benefit from 10 targeted initiatives, and energy production will see 26 new electricity and power projects. Economic stimulus measures account for 19 initiatives, and infrastructure investments include 10 bridge projects and 20 fuel skid developments. Environmental conservation measures include 2 planned initiatives, while drug rehabilitation will see 4 new projects, and the ferry system improvements will expand through 3 developments. Tracing the origins of these commitments, President Muiz outlined the framework guiding his administration's priorities. Of the 2,129 pledges, 289 stem directly from the government's manifesto.
President Dr. Mohamed Muiz has shared the latest updates on the government's developmental projects with the public as pledged by his administration. He provided the details during a press conference held this morning at the President's office. Addressing the media, the President stated that the administration has undertaken 2,129 pledges, encompassing commitments made in the manifesto during the election campaign and throughout official visits and public engagements. He emphasized the efforts made by various branches of the government to deliver on these promises. The President reiterated that the administration's foremost priority is the development of the nation in accordance with Islamic principles. He also affirmed that the government's foreign policy is rooted in protection and preservation of the country's freedom and sovereignty. He added that his administration would strive to maintain close relations with all nations. Following a comprehensive overview of the government's progress, the President invited questions from journalists. Responding to questions by the journalists, he noted that the administration is focused on delivering tangible results. Where challenges arise, he stated that the government would pursue the least harmful course of action to ensure outcomes are still achieved. During the press conference, the president also highlighted the government's ongoing efforts to improve public services. He announced that the Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital, or IGMH, would soon introduce new outpatient clinics, allowing specialists across various medical fields to offer extended consultation hours. He further emphasized the administration's commitment to strengthening engagement with the public, ensuring responsiveness to their needs and concerns. The president also appealed to journalists to uphold journalistic integrity, truthfulness, and accountability within the media sector. Today marks World Press Freedom Day. In a post on his official X account, the president praised the vital role journalists play in safeguarding democracy, human dignity, and justice. He underscored the importance of ethical journalism and the dissemination of reliable information, highlighting that press freedom is essential to transparency, accountability, and the right to free expression. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz has announced that $214 million in foreign currency has been exchanged through the banking system, following the implementation of a new law aimed at addressing the nation's foreign currency shortages. At a press conference held at the President's office, President Muiz outlined the impact of the Foreign Exchange Act, which took effect on the 1st of January. The legislation introduces a structured process for managing foreign currency inflows, requiring tourism establishments and other foreign currency earners to deposit and convert their funds within the banking system. The measure is intended to enhance oversight and stabilize currency flows, ensuring greater control over the foreign exchange activity. Under the law, all foreign currency transactions, except those explicitly exempt, must be conducted in the Maldivian rupiah or MVR. The act establishes a regulatory framework governing the import, utilization, possession, deposit, and exchange of foreign currency. Designed to mitigate economic pressures caused by currency shortages, the law aims to strengthen financial stability and prevent further strain on foreign reserves. Since the law's enactment, $214 million has been exchanged through domestic banks, President Muiz announced, underscoring the immediate impact of the new regulations. The government is introducing targeted concessions to accelerate tourism development in 5 underdeveloped atolls, President Dr. Mohammad Muiz announced. Regulatory amendments facilitating these measures will take effect this month, he said, offering financial incentives aimed at attracting investors to these regions. At a press conference at the President's office, President Muiz outlined the 5 atolls identified for expansion: Ha Alifu, Ha Dalu, Shaviani, Ta, and Lamo, highlighting the need for broader tourism distribution across the country. To encourage investment, he detailed incentives that include reductions in land acquisition costs and import duty discounts. President Muiz also highlighted ongoing plans to expand tourism in Addu City, the southernmost urban center of the country. The administration, he explained, is pursuing funding for the project under a cross-subsidy model, a framework formally announced on the 21st of March. In addition to these initiatives, the government is working to revive stalled tourism projects, providing support to accelerate their completion. The Minister of Tourism and Environment estimates that these efforts will result in an additional 1,290 tourism beds becoming available within the year. A ship bound for Gaza carrying humanitarian aid and activists was bombed by drones in international waters off Malta, its organizers said, alleging that Israel was to blame. Aerial video released by Sea-Watch showed the Conscience vessel was still at sea hours after the drone attack, with black patches on its bow. Reuters confirmed the ship, seen in the video, is the Conscience from the shape and design, which matched the file photo of the vessel. The black marks seen on the deck matched previous images put out showing damage in the aftermath of the incident. Sea-Watch confirmed the date the video was filmed was Friday, May 2nd. Still images released by the Freedom Flotilla Coalition showed damage to the ship front of the ship and a large black hole. Reuters was able to verify the ship seen in the footage as the ship, the Conscience, from the design and color of the deck, which matched previous file material. The photo showing debris matched corroborating video showing aftermath of the incident. The date and time were previously released date and time-stamped CCTV showing the vessel. Europe's last remaining hope in badminton's Sudirman Cup, Denmark were swept aside by South Korea in the quarterfinals on May 2nd. South Korea took the lead as Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yong-jong overcame Denmark's Jesper Toft and Amalie Megeland in the mixed doubles before An Se-young dominated Line Kjærsfjeldt in the women's singles, winning 21-8 and 21-7. Yet Korea's women's doubles pair Bak Ha-na and Lee So-hee sealed the tie in commanding fashion against Alexandra Boye and Natasha Anthonysen. Indonesia claimed the semi-final spot with victory over Thailand, recovering after losing the opening match to win 3 consecutive contests. PSM News, the leading public service media news channel in the Maldives, celebrates its 8th anniversary with a grand award ceremony honoring its most dedicated and outstanding employees across various departments. The event was graced by the honorary of the Nishan Izzuddin and veteran journalist Abbas Ibrahim, and was attended by the Minister of Islamic Affairs, Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Saeed. Delivering the keynote address, Director of News Hussein Amin Nasir emphasized the significance of recognizing the commitment and excellence of the channel's staff. He highlighted that the success of PSM News is a direct result of the hard work and professionalism of its team. The PSM News Awards were presented in multiple categories to acknowledge excellence in journalism, production, technical operations, and editorial leadership. Additionally, 10 long-serving employees, each with over 20 years of dedicated service to the public broadcasting, were honored with special awards. Memorial plaques were also presented to individuals and teams who made significant contributions to PSM News Ramlan programming. A highlight of the evening was the launch of a special commemorative publication titled The Last 52 Weeks. The book offers a detailed recap of the most impactful and noteworthy news stories in the Maldives over the past year. The award ceremony not only celebrated excellence, but also reaffirmed PSM News' commitment to journalistic integrity, innovation, and service to the public. That's all the news we have for today. We will be back with any further updates. Until then, I'm Abdullah Ahil from PSM News.